Hello, 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 hello. It is your boys, the DM podcast. Why am I so happy? Because my boy, Pascal Siakam, finals, well, Eastern Conference Finals MVP. We can say, does that word doesn't mean that? Blah, 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 I don't care, man. My boy, Pascal, is a finals MVP in the Eastern Conference. He's in the history books. I don't care what anybody got to say.
Yeah, it's true.
This this podcast, we're gonna talk about a bunch of things. We'll talk about the Minnesota OKC series, see where Minnesota can go. We'll talk about the New York Patriots series, so we'll see where New York can go. And we're talking NBA Finals, of course. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. How is my boy Wyatt doing today?
You already know. Every day above ground, baby.
Of
Like,
course, of course. As long as we're above ground, we are good. Now we can talk about the most recent thing about the Knicks and the Pacers, or we can talk about the series that ended up on like Tuesday with Minnesota and OKC. Which series you want to talk about first?
let's go in chronological order. Let's go in that chrono order. Let's start about that Minnesota. Let's talk about the mini and OKC first. Set it off.
So, I just thought about this question now.
Yeah,
Was the series disappointing for you? Because we both predicted, like, I think I predicted maybe game six. I think you predicted 7 games.
bruh. Series was a hella underwhelming. What like Ant-Man, you're amazing. You're
Yep.
talented. There's certain things you need to work on. You see what I'm saying? And we'll get to it. What did you think about the series?
I I think I'm disappointed because you had 7 games for Minnesota. I had 6 games for OKC, saying that if they could take it to a 7 game, I may pick Minnesota. I generally thought, I think this is OKC's whole year, though, that we just don't believe in OKC, or we don't believe them fully. And I don't think we truly believed in them. I don't think anyone besides OKC fans can truly say I believed from them from day one. I don't think a lot of people could say that about OKC. We knew they were good, but like we thought there was a lot of flaws. We thought there was a lot of flaws, but clearly they showed none. And like you said, I think I'm overall disappointed in Minnesota because you beat the Lakers, who everyone thought the Lakers were going to beat you. You beat the Lakers in five, like legit, like beat them. Then you also beat Golden State. Now we know Steph was hurt at one point, but it's not like we didn't think you were going to win the series. We thought you were going to win the series regardless. It just happened to be sooner than later. But very disappointing overall. Overall, very disappointed. What else did you see from that series? Like, I'm gonna pull up their payroll because I want to see
Well,
that.
thing with that series is OKC proved that there's too much on defense. Like Minnesota didn't really game plan offensively on how they were gonna get good looks and good looks in the shot clock. You see what I'm saying? They played into OKC's hand a lot of times, right? They didn't use their size as much as they could have used their size, and that's what I was disappointed with, right? Minnesota has a lot of length, right? I know they're talking shit saying Jaden McDaniels is 6'10". He's not 6'10",
No.
but he definitely does have a lot of length. You have Nas Reed there. You have Gobert there. Randall's a big body, right? You can have those four guys in the game and have Conley or have Ant run the point. But here's the problem. Ant is not a great playmaker. Passing up the double team for Ant, I don't know why the hell it takes. But the thing is, give him credit. He's only 23 years old
Only
a
23.
lot of time ago. He's not passing the best out of double teams. He takes a while to pass out of double teams. And that while, it costs them. It costs Minnesota because OKC is a great defensive team. And what it does is allows OKC to set up, get guys in the proper rotations to anticipate Ant-Man's slow ball movement out of the double teams, right? So he wasn't able to get a consistent rhythm offensively in this series at all.
Yep.
At all, right? He didn't even have, I don't think, two straight games where he scored 20, like 20 flat plus, right?
Yeah.
And Shea was just getting his 30, other than the game that got blown, that one game where he just took a break, whatever. He was getting
Yeah.
30s for the whole series. So, like, it's like Ant-Man, like, you have the charisma. They want you to be the face. You
They
have to work
definitely
on,
want you to be the face. There's no doubt. They want you to be the face.
right? Conley's window.
Oh,
It's like a peep. It's a peephole right now. It's a peephole, and just understand it's a peephole. right?
And did have he had two thirties in a row. He had 30 and 32. But
Okay.
other than that, like from the series, like wasn't that great this series. I wouldn't say so.
Yeah, I was saying on that, but yeah, okay, two thirties in a row, but still two
Yeah.
thirties in a row, 4-1. That's not even close.
Yeah. He had 19, 16, 30, 32, and 18. If you think about it, he's the number one option, right? Like he should be, and everyone says this, and like this is where I agree with somebody like Shaq. The superstar or the top players, whatever their points average is in the regular season, should jump up like 4 points, maybe 5 points, and then maybe like significant 4 or 5 points. Like, but it should jump up. I do think he's a guy who averages like 27 points a game in the regular. He averages pretty much 28 points a game regular season. That's what we have to do. But what I think it does credit, and you were mentioning it, OKC's defense.
Their defense,
Now, do they kind of hack a little bit, slap it a little bit? Oh, for sure. But Caruso, holy moly.
these
Caruso
damn Muslim guys out there still.
Cruiser once again is showing why this guy is like a top defender. Once again, don't know why the Lakers couldn't keep that guy back in the day. Like I just don't get it. He's such a good defender. And people, it sucks of what happened to them in the future. But if you look at that brief period of time, the Chicago Bulls with DeMar, Zach LaVine, Lonzo, and Caruso and Vucevic were the like number one, number two overall seed in the Eastern Conference. Like they were killing teams defensively.
They had,
Number
I like
one.
that squad. They had a squad those days. They had a squad. Lonzo healthy at the point.
Right. Until once Lonzo got
Lonzo has
hurt,
defense. Lonzo has defense.
right. Once Lonzo got hurt, the whole team kind of like Caruso, the whole thing fell off, which
Kind of like okay, like
sucks, right? Because not like DeMar and Zach are gonna play defense, but could you play great defense when you have Lonzo at the point of attack and then you have Caruso just flying everywhere? Man, it'll make anyone look. And Zach LaVine can be a okay defender if other guys around him are trying. Like it's and DeMar can, yeah, DeMar. The DeMar defense, we're not gonna chat about, but.
no comment.
Yeah, but yeah, overall with the series, like I think just overall is and the guy who also had a really bad series was Julius Randle.
Yo, he was
After like stepping up so much to the point that I put this guy a top five player in the playoffs, he really fell
disappointed
off.
you. Yeah, yeah,
I'm gonna look at his stats for the series. He had 24 points, 5 points, another 24. Just inconsistent.
yeah,
I think that was just basically their whole series, just him being inconsistent throughout the
yeah,
game. The bench really didn't show up for them either, in my opinion. Nikhil had a one good game, but
yeah. Dante was hitting threes at times, right? But
Nas was kind of
the most
disappointing.
JD McDaniels, sorry to interrupt,
No, go
was
ahead.
probably the most consistent guy there, minus the foul trouble at times. I feel like he was for the
He
series for Minnesota, that is.
Rudy Gobert was like on and off, but like honestly, when he's on defensively, he helps you a lot.
Definitely.
This series was
He
just
has to get the ball.
that's true. This series is all about, but we're talking about Minnesota so much, the losing team. OKC, I gotta give a lot of love to Chet and Jada. They
J Dub,
showed up.
J Dub.
They showed up. I won't even lie, man. They showed up. I think sometimes J-Dub was a little bit overrated to me. Like I think he's a little overrated.
Time for you to correct yourself.
Yeah, I don't think he's like as good as people make him out to be, but he's not a bad player by any means.
Not even
He's a
close.
good defender. He can score the basket. He can play make. He's really like now he's not Scottie Pippen as a playmaker. He's not, or a defender. He's really not. But I would say he's like a lower version of that. But when you have Shea scoring as efficiently as he has, you have a Chet who we were all thinking maybe Chet will take over being the best player on this team eventually. Probably not, but Chet can be the second best player on this team.
Uh, how J Dub is making a case.
Oh yeah,
J-
Jada's making a case for sure. But Mike
Chet is
Monroe's still so
Chet is
young.
talented. Chet is talented, and he was using his length at times, and he's smooth. Like people underestimate how smooth Chet is with the ball, scoring around the rim. Once he really gets his strength, and I don't mean strength like bulky strength, I mean like a KD strength,
Right, right.
balancing the dunk. And once he gets to that, OKC is the scariest team in the NBA for the next 7, 8 years, based on their picks, their drafting, and Sam Presti. Like
You you
it's
spoke
scary.
about the picks, and I remember I sent you a thing about OKC's picks just to throw it out there. OKC this year has two first rounders and one second rounder. They're literally about to potentially win the finals. They have two first rounds and one second.
I have
They're
two
gonna have to
first
trade it.
round picks.
2026. I'm pretty sure some of them are probably some swaps and things like that, but
But don't
or
forget, this
some
draft is a quality draft too.
right, right.
This is
It
a quality
definitely
draft.
is. 2026, they have two first rounds, one second round. 2027, they have two first rounders, two second rounders. 2028, they have one first rounder, which I believe is their own, and three second rounders, which is a ton. 2029, which is they have one first rounder, which I believe is their own, and they have five second round picks. Like that's a ton, a ton. And they're the youngest team in the NBA.
Yeah. So you're the
Crazy.
youngest in the NBA with the most picks in the NBA over the next like 5, 6 seasons.
And one of the smartest things I remember their Sam Presti, what the man said, which he's smart. These guys are going to be good and they're going to outplay their contracts. We can't pay everybody. Even if we pay the three guys, we can't pay Cason Wallace. We can't pay Dort eventually. We can't pay Caruso, the other Jalen Williams. Like Kendrick Williams is getting some minutes. Like we can't pay
Yeah.
all these guys. But these
That's what we got
next
to draft for.
guys, that's why you do draft picks. You hope
Because
that they will
name
be
keeps
talented.
moving. Yeah. Not hope they are going to be talented. You guys have you guys get better in your system.
Yeah.
Once you have that guys getting better in your system, Harden was in your system. You see what he's doing. Westbrook, KD. This was all in your system. They all got the principles from your system and
Right.
carried it forward, right? And you see how they blossomed in their career. So
Yeah, and even if you have to trade a J Dub or Chat,
please don't.
but if you had to, you know what you can get for those guys? Crazy,
I feel like
crazy,
the team chemistry right now is on 10.
too
And this
good.
is the real difference. Like they all, I'm not saying they're all besties, but they all fuck with each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like they all on each other's birthday will like at least message each other like, "Hi birthday, dog. Hi birthday, bro." Like at least, right?
That stuff matters. I think at the end of the day, when everyone kind of cares about each other, it's it's good. It's good for the team, like you said, man. It's good when everyone cares. Everyone knows Shay's the lead dog because he's the most consistent guy. They all know the talent of Chet because Chet's still 23. I imagine like
Still not there yet, and we know he's not there yet, and he's
right, right. And you said it perfectly. When he gets that KD strength, he can be even like crazier. He can probably give you 26 points a game.
yes, the potential is definitely there. He's got a stroke, pause. He's got a handle, a little handle kit, a little handle kit. It could be
Yeah.
better, but he's 7 foot, so he handles the ball better than most 7 footers. He's smooth around the rim. He's got a touch.
I think the only thing they have to make sure, I think you would agree, he should just never play center unless it's a small ball game.
Yeah,
Like if they when they face Indiana and like Obi Toppin is the five, they do something like that, then Chet can play the five.
that's
That's fine,
perfect. That's perfect for him.
right? But Chet can't play the five if freaking Miles Turner's there. Even though Miles Turner's not a bullier, it doesn't matter. He shouldn't do it. He's not there yet.
He could get into that role if he's using his IQ. If Chet's on him for, in that situation, that one turn with the elbow, that's it, man.
It's
Chet is
done.
on the man.
It's done. And I always bring this up. They have a guy who was their seventh, eighth pick from last year in Nikola Topic, who at one point, mind you, everyone was projected to be number one overall pick in last year's draft, but that guy would have been picked higher if he didn't have a significant knee injury. So they have a potential backup who could be like excellent. They're the one team that could still go for Giannis. Like they can do it. They can go for Giannis and still have Shea there and like nothing, and they'll still be good draft wise. Like they'll be fine.
That's a lot. That's a lot. Like going for certain players could mess chemistry up. Like I feel like
Right.
what for example, since talk about Giannis, Milwaukee, Lillard there, to me messed up team chemistry. Like the team, they had overall bench and whatnot in general. traded Middleton. They just made a lot of bad moves after that, but that was the start of it, right? Not the start, but
Yeah.
team
I
chemistry
think
is tough. It's tough. You gotta have it to win championships on the court.
And I think that's where, like, one thing Miles Turner said in his conference when he was talking at the end of the game, he had mentioned that like chemistry does matter. The Pacers have been kind of around each other for a while now. Not like super well, but those some of those guys have been there for a minute together. Miles Turner's been there for 10 plus years. Like everyone, their new guys, Pascal was their new guy. He really is the only new guy there, but everyone saw the talent, and Halliburton is a strong passer. Like that's what works. What helped Boston was not breaking up the core. Like it's gonna help guys when you don't break up the core. That's why eventually, in the offseason we'll talk about it. Because with Boston, and I'll mention it quickly, with Boston being hurt next year, you're not doing anything in Cleveland anymore. Before, you may make some moves. But with Jason Tatum out, Cleveland has a amazing chance to still make it to the finals next year.
They do. They do.
Right? Like, who is the team that you're really like trying to
It's not Milwaukee and it's not Philly.
It's not Philly, it's not Milwaukee. Philly would have to do a 180, but I think we're both like, fuck them. We're
They're
never
not.
gonna believe in them.
They're,
So fuck
they're
them.
written off. They're not. They're
They're
written off.
written off completely. Will they be probably good? Who the fuck knows? I don't care.
I agree with that answer. Who the fuck knows? But they're not going to be a top dog. I know that. Or they won't.
Right? So Cleveland should really do much. So, but like overall, when you keep your core, you have been the captain of Houston Rockets. Don't do anything crazy. Wait until February where you really know where you are. Like, fine. If you want to trade like a Cam, um, what's his last name? Cam, not Tom. Cam what? On the
Hold
Houston
on.
Rockets.
Houston, Cam Whitmore.
Whitmore. If you want to trade Whitmore and then some other guys, but just don't trade your real core and Amen, Green, and Sengun. Like, don't do that. Dylan,
He
Fred.
is kind of pissing me off, but that's another story.
But
That's
like,
another story.
to me, keep them. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's wait until February, right?
Wait
The
till
power
February.
of friendship really matters. So let me tell you. We were talking about the OKC before we get to that New York series, which I can't wait to talk about. If you're Minnesota, what are you gonna do, man? Minnesota's cap sheet is pretty high now. You have Julius Randle's on a player option, which I'm think he's not gonna take his player option, depending. But you don't take your player option. If he takes it, it's because Minnesota doesn't want to pay him. But I think, do you pay him?
I feel like you got to pay him.
I think so too, man. Like, what else were you gonna do with it?
I feel like
Nah,
you got to pay him.
hopefully he kind of takes a discount, but I don't think that man's taking a discount. I don't think so.
Nah, nah. Minnesota is good. I would want to keep everyone. It just comes down to like coaching, what guys work on in the summer,
Yeah.
sort of thing.
The thing is, with this team, see, Jaden McDaniels is still 24, so that's you still are pretty good there. Him being 24 on a pretty good contract, 24 mil a year, 26, 20 goes to 20. He's gonna get 30 million in 2028, 2029. Your cap will be high as hell, so it wouldn't matter. Rudy Gobert does get paid a lot, but I think he's not that he's underrated, but what he does defensively for you is still significant.
Yeah, he does. He does. He does.
Um, yeah, Julius Randle's making so his contract is 30 mil, pretty much close to 31 mil. He'll probably opt out. But what are you gonna sign him for?
31 mil a season. That's a lot, though.
It's a
That's a
lot.
lot for Orlando. I can't lie.
He's your second best player, offensively,
I'm
especially.
trying to give him like a 20, shit,
You
30,
can't,
yeah?
yeah, you can't.
30, 25.
If you're Julius, you can't start with two. You can't. You can't start with two.
Stuff. Stuff. I don't want him to walk, honestly.
Mind you, I not to be like a dick. If he walks, where's he gonna go? The only teams with money is like, I think Charlotte has a little bit of money. Brooklyn definitely I know has money. But other than that, it's not a lot of teams that have money. Like it's none of the good teams. No good team has money.
Think, I think I think he would go to Brooklyn and really
Just
get
for the
stuff.
bread.
for the bread and be the number one guy. Like I'm the number one guy. He would want that and be the number one guy. He has that yeah. I don't see Julius Randle as being winning is my first priority. I don't see that. I'm not trying to hate, but
No, yeah, I see what you're saying. He doesn't always. It doesn't look like he'll take a discount. I agree. Like, will he take the discount? Do they want to? Because there's always reports. I think one of the reports was they traded for him and Cat with the thought process that he wasn't gonna stay. Like they were almost okay with him not staying. But he
yo,
performed so well in the first two series that you're like, kind of want to keep him. So Nas Reed, he's a player option for 15
that
mil.
guy's gonna get thrown bread now. It's real.
He's getting thrown
Like
at.
he's gonna get thrown bread.
He's going to Brooklyn. I think he's going to Brooklyn. Because here's the thing. This is where you want a title or you want bread. But if you're a man who wasn't you're getting paid well, but can get paid crazy, I'm okay with not getting a title. I can kind of see it now. Yeah, you want to win, but they're like New York is about to throw you, or Brooklyn's sorry, is going to throw you like 32 mil a year.
Wow, damn. You're undrafted. Remember, you're undrafted. 32 mil a year.
You're taking it. You're 25 now. You'll take it.
I don't know the ring. Shoot, like the ring. It don't say I won the ring. It said Minnesota won the ring. So shit, I need to get paid.
Trust me. Trust me. See, I don't know what else they can do. They have to find some guys who are willing. There's multiple reports that Kevin Durant and Shams did say this offseason could be stupid crazy. He said it could be crazy. Would you do Julius Randle sign and trade to go to Phoenix Suns for Kevin Durant?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that's something that may happen.
It's I can't see it happening. KD going to Minnesota, right? He's been the last couple of destinations. He went, hold on, Golden State, then he went to Brooklyn,
Yeah.
right? Big market, Golden State winning, Brooklyn. Brooklyn's not a big market. New York's a big market in general. Phoenix hot. Minnesota is not hot or a big market. So you see
But
it?
Anthony Edwards is there.
He is there still, and Conley is that vet you need. And his Conley's shit. I
Same draft
think
class, right? The same draft class? I don't
was
remember.
he? Conley's been in the league, I think, since '06.
Yeah, 06, 07. But isn't that not Kevin Durant too? Or 07? Like, I
Yeah,
think it could be same draft class. And
that's
I think
close
it's
to
Conley's
20
last year
years.
next year too.
Yeah, because like that's close to 20 years.
Yeah,
Any
no,
guy
yeah.
that's 18 years in the league is,
No, it's a ton.
yeah, anytime you
Um,
see a guy play over 1,000 games in the league is it's real. It's like you're a real professional.
yeah, I think Minnesota is a team to question. You can't keep the core together because Rudy Gobert is a good player, but you are paying him a ton of fucking money. He's almost the reason why. You're paying him too much money.
Is any man taking a pay cut? And if, which person do you see taking a pay cut?
I don't see a lot of people taking pay cuts, man.
I agree.
Especially like for what they do. Like if I'm Rudy, I'm like, bro, four-time defensive player of the year. My defense is still fucking legit. Like if
Mhm.
I'm not on the court, the defensive ratings are horrible.
It's true.
So when I'm on the court, I still do a ton of things. So like I'm carrying your defense. What do you want me to do?
And he
What
was sliding his feet on a few plays. I'm like, fuck, Rudy's,
he's
I, shit,
he's doing
Rudy
his
is,
thing. He's doing his thing. But we talked so much about Minnesota OKC. Let's dive into the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. A series that was fun, very fun. Some really close games. A game one that's going to go down in the history books that pretty much changed the whole series. Because New York was up like 20 plus what? 10 points with like 50 seconds to go. And I think
crazy.
that game specifically changed the whole series.
Crazy. Yo, shout out to the Pacers. Shout
Pacer
out to
gang!
when you have the opposing team's coach adjusting to your moves, checkmate.
That's it.
You won here already.
Yeah.
You already won here. So when you see Tibbs just putting pressure, Chewy and Landry Shamarden, These guys were not getting minutes before. DeLon Wright, you're on the Knicks? Shit, I just remembered. He's reacting. He's not planning. He's reacting. And
right?
if you're in a reactive state, it's you're not planning. So does
Because
that
you're pretty much saying, "Oh shit, this Pacer team plays too quick for me." Like
guys
I think the Pacers just beat Cleveland. But when you are on, you're correct. When you're on the team, your opposing team, you're like, okay, are the Pacers better than me, or is my coaching style the thing that ruined them? If I played a Shamit most of the year, and if I played any of my guys most of the year, they would feel more comfortable. Then I can sit Brunson. My on and off numbers wouldn't feel so out of whack. Brunson and Towns can look like they play well together or can stagger them. Like all those things need to matter, but it just didn't.
yeah,
It just
yeah.
didn't.
A lot of a lot of oh sorry
No, go
about
ahead, go ahead.
a lot of plays up and down. New
Hmm.
York was winded on a lot of plays, right? Fresh legs, just beats. It's just it is what it is.
And we know like guys can play long minutes, but it's hard to play all those minutes and play defense, especially if you are like you do what Thibodeau's done and played you those hard minutes.
Yeah,
It's hard to play defense like all that. But Indiana was able to play defense and play their style because okay, Tyrese, you're sitting down. Here's TJ McConnell to annoy the shit out of you,
yeah, and pick up full court.
right? And then he can really go call like a Steve Nash like dribble, just kind of goes around the. He does a pretty good job of doing that. Matherin, thank you for showing up because
Yeah,
you weren't doing shit. You had 2 games of
bro.
really good 2 games. Now, my only complaint, before I let you go, is I do think Matherin is going to get traded this offseason. It's just I think it's clear as day. I'll be very shocked if he doesn't. He generally plays so much different than the team. So much different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like his mind is going, I gotta score at all times.
It's crazy. It's like this team is not built like that for you to be that sixth guy to be Lou Williams. Like it's
Hmm.
not built like that. There's McConnell there. He gets everyone involved. McConnell don't really want to shoot it. He
He
don't really
doesn't.
want to shoot it. McConnell from three, it'll look left, look right. Front, no one is open like that. I'll shoot it. That's McConnell.
Yeah,
You don't.
yeah.
They're too
He's
deep. Pace is
yeah.
too deep. So if they trade you, they're not even missing. They're not missing a beat still.
Jarris Walker played. He wasn't really playing, but then I think the Knicks kept going small, so then they had to play Jarris Walker, and then Turner was getting into foul trouble, things like that was happening for the Pacers. But the Pacers, just it's in their name. They really play with this pace that's there. It's so tiring to beat. We seen, half of Pascal's points throughout the whole series was him just leaking and going faster than everybody else.
That was it. And Halliburton or whoever the lead pass.
That's it. Like you just see so much plays. It's just there was a play that Towns had a loose ball. I think it was game 5, which even though I think they won that, was it that game? It was whatever one of the games. Loose ball. Pat, he's just like how Towns is. He's like it's gonna go out of bounds. It was going slow out of bounds. What to do? Pascal runs for the ball, catches it, and gets I think gets either he gets fouled, I believe,
See?
because you didn't work hard enough, right? You just didn't
We're
work.
playing
So
45 minutes. So it's like
it's hard, and he doesn't play defense,
playing
right?
45 minutes. The first quarter, the first 5 minutes of the first quarter, you're on 100. But in the fourth quarter, are you on that same 100 you were the first five? You're not. It's going to take a toll. It's going to take a toll. And you're going to take a little bit of lapses here because it's taking a toll. And Indiana, this is NBA. These are the best players in the world, period. They're going to take advantage of
Yeah,
everything,
yeah,
everything.
yeah. Pascal was killing him when he had the ball because Towns doesn't play defense. So heard, I heard reports, or I said, listen to reports that had said that the New York Knicks players were a little bit frustrated at Karl-Anthony Towns, especially on the defensive end. They felt he did not hold. It's hard, man. I understand for a big man, you want him to do so much. Like he's not Rudy Gobert,
He's
right?
not.
He's really not. Towns is a center because of height, but he really is like a power forward.
He's definitely a four.
Like he doesn't want to be on the block all the time. He doesn't want to be
What's the shoot?
switching and trying to. He wants to shoot. He wants to shoot, right? So it doesn't really help the team. Um, what's the one thing you would say you dislike the most about the way New York played, or just New York in general?
Of the coaching. It's really to me it's really the coaching. Like honestly, New York played their tail off, right? They did what they could do, right? Um, I would say Towns with the foul trouble was one of the main things. Like he was committing a lot of dumb fouls, taking himself out the game, right? So it's like to me, it's the coaching, and that what it came down was the coaching and the foul trouble with Towns. I feel like if Tibbs had better rotation, I feel like this would have been definitely a 7 game series, right? It wasn't a smoke show, anyways, but still, Tibbs like credit Rick Carlisle. He's a Hall of Fame coach, won a ring with the Mavs. Credit Rick Carlisle, right?
Yeah, I think once again the Pacers play their game. They definitely play their game. Like no one. So with the Pacers, Pascal wins the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Tyrese Halliburton had like only 9 people vote for it. Pascal had 5 votes, and Tyrese had 4 votes.
True.
I I think that's a testament to their games. I do believe Pascal deserved it more. Yes, Halliburton has like the stats like that. That he had 20 points, like 13 assists. The other game he had a triple double. Da, 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 da. I think Pascal was more consistent throughout
Yes,
the series, which I
yes.
think matters. And when you needed like a bucket, you gave it to Pascal
Hmm.
to do his thing. And like Pascal had, the clutch plays, I would say. And defensively, he was really good,
He was sound as hell. I can't lie. He had I think a career high one of the games. I forget if it was game three. He had a career
right?
high, so it's like playoff career high. So
Um, so I think that's why, like, but I get why Tyrese was picked. I also shows, people keep talking about the superstar thing. They keep saying Tyrese is not a superstar. Okay, cool, but like this non-superstar led his team to the Eastern Conference Finals.
not even his non-superstar led his team to the finals.
Right? That a guy in Pascal that y'all don't really like fuck with like that or talk about like that it was the guy, or Gilbert Arenas said he's the number one guy. No, Pascal's never the number one guy. Tyrese always been number one. But with the Pacers, there's no real like number. Those two guys will always be the number one and two options
Yeah,
depending on the game.
yeah.
That's how the game is always gonna be. But to act like fucking we haven't seen Miles Turner have a random like 15 and 10 game or like a 20-point
None,
game. Nemhard had a bad series, but
none
Nemhard
of them do too good, but his defense is sound. His defense is
come
sound.
on, man, so good. They're just such a balanced team
Toppin
overall,
can
dude.
kind of go off here and there at times. You got to worry about him. So it's like they got
Right?
guys. So if one guy's not going, two guys are not going, three guys are not going, there's another
Oh, I think we
three,
lost
four
you.
guys that get going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Your thing cut off for a second. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's all good. But yeah, like the Pacers are just such a they're so balanced, man. They're so balanced, man. Like, when we talk about OKC, OKC is very Shea is the one. Shea is the one. It's defensively, you're like, man, Check can go, J-Dub can go, Shea's good defensively. Then you have Dort, then you have fucking Caruso, then you have Cason Wallace. There's just too much guys that are just coming and they taking the ball off you and borderline hacking you and stealing the ball. That's why I do think Pascal can struggle this in the playoff in this NBA Finals. Because we both know Pascal kind of loses the ball a lot. If anyone wants to bet anything, and I'm a Pascal guy, probably bet
Turnovers.
2 turnovers, man. 'Cause that guy's gonna have them, especially if Caruso's on them or Dort. You
That's
can't really
definitely
post those guys as much.
that's definitely going to be the plan. Definitely, you're going to see Crusoe on him 100%. It's going to be
Right?
one.
You can't do much about that. But yeah, overall, like that what I'm saying about the whole Finals MVP or the Eastern Conference Finals, they're so balanced. It wouldn't even matter. Tyrese deserved it, Pascal deserved it. Thomas Bryant deserved the last game because that man hit like two threes. Man was benched for the whole like most of the series.
Um,
They had Tony Bradley come play, who didn't play like all season.
I
Like
wouldn't recognize that man if I seen him.
and he played. It's unbelievable what that team had. He got hurt, but it was good. Okay, now let me tell you about the Knicks payroll. And I want to see what you want to do with the Knicks. First of all, one thing, Jalen Brunson really took a pay cut. Like he could have signed for a much bigger contract, and he really didn't. Because I'm thinking throughout the next 5 years, OG's getting paid more than him every year, every year.
They want a Brunson.
He's easily getting like OG in the next 5 years is gonna make once if he confirms his player option 2028, 2029. OG's making 164 and Brunson's making 138.
What?
Yeah,
How
it's
much a
like
year is OG making?
sorry.
How much a year?
So next year 39, following 42, then 45, then
OG's
48.
making 40 million. This is wild.
Yeah, they paid him way too
40,
much money.
OG's making 42 million a year.
They paid him way too much money. They paid him way too
42
much money.
million for OG Anunoby.
I know he's good defensively. You know he's good defensively. He was here. We watched him, but he ain't this much. I'm sorry, he's not this much worth.
How is he getting paid that much more than Randall? And I'm not a Randall fan, but like
Think about it. That yeah, he's getting paid way too much in my
million?
opinion. Brunson
And he's in
24,
a big market, so he's getting commercials, all that shit. Shout out to his agent. That's the real MVP. Shout out to your agent, OG.
and that's why I want like Masai was never gonna pay that, and I don't blame Masai for never. I would never pay this.
I'm a GM. I'm not paying. I'm not even sniffing 40 million a year for OG.
I'm
Are you
really not, and I like OG, good defender, but
like
I'm good.
40 million a year for OG? And I'm expected to win a ring. I have a payroll, and you're 40 million a year.
And he didn't make all defense this year. The one thing that we talk about, he didn't make it. So
You didn't make it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that got snubbed because he was
He
defending.
he kind of he kind of got snubbed, no lie. But Jalen Brunson really took a pay cut. Mikal Bridges, next year's his actual final contract. I'm pretty sure he's probably one of the top free agents in the following year. He's going 25 mil. Josh Hart gets pretty much 20 mil, and then you have Mitchell Robinson and Miles McBride. Like they're very top heavy, like very top heavy.
So OG's getting paid the most on the Knicks.
No, no, no. Carl's getting paid the most.
Okay, okay.
Carl gets
Oh,
paid next season 53, 57, 61.
Snake is 61.
And he's
61
29.
million, not 40.
The
Carl's
thing is, they're
getting
all in their prime age. That prime age, they're all in it.
Carl is cats. 60 mil, huh?
Yeah.
Kevin Hart boys. Damn.
So what do you do, man? What do you do?
Shit.
What do
Honestly,
you do? There's already cat trade rumors already, but like that's a little too early, I think.
I'm just trying to get my bench better so I can use them, to be honest. Like that's like my starting and Mitch Robinson, whatever. I'm keeping those guys. Like I want to keep OG, I want to keep Mikal, I want to keep Brunson. You know what I mean? I want to keep those guys. It's just to me the bench. I need a guy off the bench where I know is like, okay, he's that guy off the bench. Like, is it Deuce?
I like
Is
Deuce
it
a lot,
Deuce?
man. He
Is
can
it
kind of
Deuce? That's the
score.
little six man off the bench, right? But I feel like they need more. Mitch is not a scorer. You have Deuce. Precious, not really. Sham is just a spot up guy, right? So it's like you need to me a better wing off the bench.
Yeah, I would almost as much as I would like Josh Hart at the as a starter, I'm thinking no, you don't. You keep Mitchell Robinson as a starter, and then if he doesn't, the thing is he gets hurt a lot. So who's your backup center? Like you need a center with talents. You need a
Yeah.
center with talents. I almost, man, you can't
I
trade
like
Mikal.
Hart come off the bench. He still did his thing, but then there's the less depth at the five, right?
Yeah, this is where I think you're too top heavy. You're just too top heavy.
That's why I said you gotta get your bench better. You need to get a five on the bench, get a wing. If you can get a wing and a five,
Yeah, I think like you can't see no one's gonna want that OG contract. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There's no doubt.
It's too much.
Trade Precious, trade Shamit, get a five, get a wing.
You can't even trade Precious. Precious contract's done. He's done this year.
Okay, well, shit. Sign a wing, a promising wing. Your G
Yeah.
League team, maybe, whatever. Find a five, sign a five, draft a five, whatever. You know what I mean? Get someone from the G League or the buyout market as a wing that is a decent defender, can slash, can shoot. You need
Yeah.
guys off the bench, so these guys, if I guarantee you, if they had a better bench, it would have been a different series.
I do think so. I bench you can trust. Brunson, I'm still looking at Brunson's contract. The fact that this guy's getting paid, he's always going to be the third highest paid player on this team with OG and Cat.
That's wild to me.
That's nuts, man.
And
I'm
he's the
sorry, that's
most
nuts.
consistent guy on that squad.
That's nuts.
Or none. Like Brunson is 5'10". I don't know why they list him at 6 foot 6'1". He's 5'10", and you could see it on the motherfucking screen. And he is getting it off, pause on all these mans in the league, getting it off. I don't really see Brunson get a shot block. He's not the quickest man in the league, and he's not athletic. I
Yeah,
don't think Brunson can jump over a Sprite can.
yeah, no. No, I think one thing you got to do is if Brunson's gonna score his points and so is Cat, but I feel like the offense has to be a little bit different. Like I feel like OG or Bridges has to take more of a like I'm gonna be your like someone has to be the Josh Hart of the team.
It has to be Bridges. 100% can be OG. It has to be Bridges. OG
Right?
is that corner shooter, catch and shoot. He can't really create. Bridges has the more handle pack, the better handle pack. He's the
No, but
better.
who can be the Josh Hart? Who can be like I'm gonna die for loose balls. I'm gonna
That's the
da-da-da.
OG. That's the OG.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right
OG
because
and
he's the
Mitchell
three.
Robinson. OG Mitchell Robinson has to be those two.
You're right because he's the 3 and D guy, and like he should be more of the 3 and D, and Bridges should be more of the 2 way.
Bridges, yeah. He should definitely Bridges definitely because I see him come off those curls with a little pull up. It looks smooth. It looks
Yes,
smooth. It's good. He's got a little handle pack. It looks smooth. OG, he's got that corner three on deck. He's got that catch and shoot,
he
catch and
does,
shoot.
he
So
does,
just
he does.
anytime he puts the ball on the floor, it has to be it's an open lane. I'm going to dunk. But if it's through traffic, it's not the best. So Mikhail is better at that. So Mikhail has to be that third. He's got to be more assertive. Got to
There's
be
so
more
much rumors about Giannis. Would you trade a Karl Anthony Towns? I think Karl Towns is someone else for Giannis,
100%.
as long as it's not Brunson.
As long as it's not Brunson, we could do that trade. Karl Anthony Towns. Who else can we throw in there? Well, that's not who else. What the Karl Anthony Towns.
OG probably.
That's a
No, not
lot.
OG. OG's too much money. Sorry,
I was gonna say that's a,
Carl. You but things you gonna lose fucking Josh Hart. Why would you want to lose Josh Hart? Doesn't even make sense. But you may have to lose him. But then your whole point was to keep these Villanova boys together, and you're breaking them piece by piece overall. I don't know. I think thing is they don't need to. They're still going to be good next year. And once again, Boston's not there. Keep your team together. You're probably the second best team in the Eastern Conference. Like, if you tell me right now the best team in the Eastern Conference is next year, record wise, it's going to be Cleveland. If they make no trades, like if they make no trade, it's still Cleveland.
they're not. I don't
Then
think
it's
they're making.
Knicks. They shouldn't. They just I low key believe in Cleveland to the point that like if you put a gun to my head today and tell me to make a pick, I put probably pick Cleveland to go to the finals next year. Way too early. I'm just saying like I believe in them because they failed so much years. That's why. Like I believe in them more. I believe in like some of these other teams in the East. I'll say
Well,
that.
the thing is, you can believe in them, but Mitchell,
Yeah.
second round.
Hasn't he hasn't proven it. Definitely hasn't proven it. Definitely hasn't proven it. But I hope well for this Knicks team, you know. Now the next question I have for you is the our NBA Finals is set. We've talked about the two series. The Indiana Pacers, the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's the first time in years that like two teams that weren't from San Antonio or like that or Texas in general, Cali in general, are not in the finals. Like it's
Yeah,
in a while, obviously Western Conference wise, and it's like two smaller market teams.
definitely.
Um, They said it was two teams that were not in the Christmas day. It's been that hasn't been like that since like the 90s.
Oh, two teams are on Christmas. Oh, they on
Yeah,
Christmas
who didn't play
this
on
year?
Christmas. I'm surprised OKC didn't play Christmas, but
Disrespect, B.
two teams that didn't are not. So just, you know, one team, one team, OKC lost in the 2019, no, sorry, this year's the NBA Cup. OKC lost this year,
They
and
lost that league. I think
and
Indy won.
Indiana lost it last year.
Indy won this year. Well, not this year, but
Indy was in the finals with the Lakers last year. Lakers
yeah.
won, and this year, who won? Milwaukee won, and OKC lost. So funny enough, but yeah, just two small market teams. What does it say about the league right now? People are all having all this talk, ratings, all that bullshit. What do you think?
These guys are haters because these are two great basketball teams that are entertaining to watch. Like y'all want to see the Lakers and Boston in the finals. That would have been a good finals. Don't get it twisted, but Boston is not fun to watch.
At
I do
all?
like watching Boston Celtics basketball, shooting a bunch of threes, 103. I do not like watching. I like watching Lakers better, 100%. But Pacers, entertaining. OKC, entertaining. This is good basketball. So if
It's gonna
y'all
be
don't
really
want
good
to watch it, that's
basketball.
on you. That's
It's
on
gonna be
y'all.
it's gonna be really good basketball. Like in 2015, we got G State versus Cleveland. 2016, we got G State versus Cleveland. 2017, we got G State versus Cleveland. 2018, we got G State versus Cleveland. So for 4 years straight. Now we like the back to backs because you want to see like the
Rivalry.
rivalries. Yeah, we like that, right? It's okay. But like right now in the league, there's no true rivalry that we see like from east to west that we like that you're like, man, I want to see this. Like I want to see. No, I don't really care right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with either, unless it was like it's more like a player for player. Like I want to see Jokic versus Giannis in the finals. Like I'll be like, okay, let's see that. Denver versus Boston would have been a really good series to watch. Last two NBA champions face, like you know what I'm saying. We can pick and choose what we want to see,
That's been good. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
right? But like, man, OKC is a fun team to watch.
yeah.
They have fun. They mess with each other, and Indiana's definitely a fun team. This could be a really fast pacing, series. I think Game One may not teach us a lot, but I think people will overreact to it. Like OKC can win by 20 in Game One. People are gonna overreact, and I just don't think you should. I would wait till Game Two to overreact. I truly think Game Two is the game that you can be like, okay, the series is done or is it tied, blah blah blah. I can
Yeah.
see that happening. Uh,
Well, we've seen certain series go down 2-0. Shout out to the Raptors. They
yep.
come win. You see what I'm saying? So 2-0 is not that a death sentence.
No.
We
Home
so
court is not either. Like there's they both have good home courts, but home court ain't killing nobody like it used to back in the day.
so like, oh my God, they're gonna home still home court. Oh my God, it's just guys when I feel like guys like going on the road at times, shut the crowd up.
I would
Really the
love
kind
it.
of so
Halliburton will love that shit too.
Hallie, shout out.
Sorry, it's a random question that I thought about probably before, then it just popped up in my head. Which franchise is more sad? The Sacramento Kings or the Clippers? Who's more sad? The Clippers because they traded. Well, yeah, Shea was in the deal for Paul George, and they weren't going to get Kawhi unless they traded for Paul George. So they had to trade Shea and a bunch of other picks, which ended up being one of them being J Dub. One of them was a J Dub pick. But who's to say Clippers would have picked J Dub? That's all of the situation. But then that's one, and then you had the Sacramento Kings, which we know they traded for Sabonis, and they traded Halliburton. So
I feel like they both dropped the ball still. Like off the rip, when they traded Halliburton to Sacramento, I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like off the rip, I'm like, what are you guys doing? And as soon as we went to the Pacers, it was like, okay, assist leader. It's like,
yep,
what are you guys doing?
yep,
Like,
100%.
really, what are you guys doing? That's how I felt with that stuff. I can't lie.
Because like the Clippers one, it's kind of hindsight. At the time, you had to get Kawhi. So you had to get Paul George. At the time, it made sense.
And at the time, Paul George was playing like Paul George.
Right, right. So like everything had to make sense. You now the haul of picks you traded were stupid. This is like Sam Presti like finessed you. He's like, "Oh, you guys are desperate." So
Ballmer, that's Ballmer. Yeah, Ballmer yeah, yeah.
yeah, and Ballmer was the new owner. Like he was like, "Let me spend the bread. I just bought a ting. I'm about to
Arena. I
yeah,
need to put fans in the seat. Yeah, yeah. So
I need to do my thing." So like I get that.
one is
The
thinking business, one is thinking development.
Right, right, right. Now the Sabonis one, I think Sacramento was just tired of losing. So I see their point. Do I think it was a win-win trade? One thing, I think it kind of was because Sacramento didn't make the playoffs. Sabonis is a good player.
Uh,
Now, what makes it a bad trade for the Sacramento one is you traded Darian Fox, the guy that you pretty much said, okay, we have Halburn and Fox. We got to pick a lane. We picked Fox,
yeah,
and now he's gone.
that's
So yeah, I'm light the beam is my thing. Sabonis may ask for a trade this year. I don't know what team can afford Sabonis, but I'm not too sure. If Sabonis played a lick of defense, a little bit of defense, I'm not saying you trade him for Cat or anything, but imagine like what Sabonis can do with guys like Bridges, OG,
because
Brunson,
he
and
fits
Hart.
in there still. Like he'll be banging and rebounding, and he'll be
Definitely
banging.
rebounding, right? Josh Hart doesn't
Not
have
to
to
the
kill himself
basket,
every
game,
day.
not shooting threes.
Just
But
defensively, liability.
yeah, this I,
Defense,
I, Vukovic is better defensively, and that's not saying much. Like,
not saying much. So like, yeah. So I want to ask that Clippers. I agree. I think Clippers one, the Sacramento one's probably a little worse right now.
the
Clippers one
Celtics,
looks bad.
you already know.
Clippers one looks bad. Now with this NBA Finals, you know, the matchup wise, me and you were talking about it. It's gonna be kind of weird. Who do you have guarding Shea? Is it Nemhard? Size wise, a little different. Is it Neesmith? Like who would you do?
You got to throw different guys at him. I
Right.
think this is a situation where different guys like Nemhard, you're gonna see Nemhard, Andrew Nemhard, Naismith, you're gonna see, I should say too, right? You're gonna see both those guys kind of being thrown at him. You know what I mean? Type. So you even see some McConnell. You see some McConnell pressing him full court,
Yeah.
just letting the ball getting up in his jersey. Like you're gonna see those three guys on him in a certain rotation. Obviously, McConnell not the main defender, but you're gonna see at times he's on him. OKC is gonna like what every NBA team does: top the key, get the switch, get the
Right.
ISO, get a ball moving. So they're gonna try to switch, but OKC goes small, anyways, right? Pacers, unless they're switching with Turner, which that will happen, we'll see. But if Pacers go small, smaller than Turner, I mean, like Siakam or topping at the five, I should say.
Yeah.
But
You know, they always have scouts watching random games and stuff just in case. They got to see what worked for Denver. And what worked for Denver is because they had a big who was just dominant, right? Rudy Gobert is not a dominant big like that. You can't pass him the ball in the post and have him do work. Turner's not dominant either, but it's almost like you got to play around Turner a lot. Like Turner may need to have like 5 assists a game because you may need to get this guy to like do more. Like he has to be your offensive hub. Then OKC can't guard that. OKC is still small. They
they're
could not guard Jokic like at all. Couldn't guard the man. So like to me, it's like that. So you would put a bunch of guys on Shea. I've always been a proponent of let the star player do his thing. He's gonna get buckets, and the last thing you want to do is be in foul trouble. Right? Last thing you want to do.
I
Who
agree.
J-Dub. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I said I agree. I agree.
Who
Turner needs to have a good series.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's very needed. Or if he doesn't play a lot, because he'll get played out the court, that means Hartenstein's not playing either, and you're going small, and you're hoping Ben Shepherd can do his thing on thing, or you just kind of go like top it, right? And just play like with a lot of fast-paced guys. And I think this series could be a really good top-end series. I really do think so.
Dude. It
Uh,
should be a good Miles Turner series, top end series, but definitely should be a good Miles Turner series. Should be. We'll see though.
I really don't want to see Matherin too much this series. I really don't. 'Cause once again, man,
Shout out to Reggie. Shout out to Reggie.
he
Shout out to
doesn't
Fred.
he doesn't really play the right style to me.
He doesn't.
Not for this team. Not for this team.
Not for this team, no.
He doesn't do that. Who's does it matter who's guarding Halliburton? It's gonna be Dort or J Dub.
To be honest, it doesn't really, okay, it matters who's guarding whoever, yes, but it doesn't really matter, especially if it's a perimeter player, because they're just gonna get the switch. If it's a post player, a little bit different. You can backscreen the switch, whatever, but
Yeah.
like when it's a perimeter player that's having the ball at the top of the key, yeah, it matters who's guarding, but they're just gonna call the screen, get the switch they want with whoever player, and then they're just gonna go to work. So it's everyone, it has to be a real team defense, I feel in general. Like everyone has to communicate
Yeah.
and rotate bars.
So like one definitely bars. One thing I could see if Turner doesn't have a good series, because I don't think Pascal will, right? I think he struggles because
Yeah, I agree.
if J Dub is going to guard him, it's a little bit of size. Chet definitely has the height advantage over him. Just certain things I can see kind of cutting Pascal, unless Pascal somehow plays like the five, and you just play. And if they play like a zone, Pascal is in the middle of the court, and he decides who the ball's going to, or I'm taking it. Like you have to body them. Like you have to. Or they're just gonna do their thing and they're gonna outrun you, outscore you. The defense is too nice to not. You have to shoot the 3-point well against them. Man, this series should be good. What is the most thing you're looking for when it comes to this series?
Don't say that again.
What is the thing you're looking forward to the most when it comes to the series?
To be honest, I'm looking forward to the Pacers' pace of play, the up and down. I love the up and down. If they're really playing that up and down pace in the finals, because we're so used to like, okay, half court, set the screen,
Yeah,
ball up top, point guard, da, da, da. And you're with the free flowing offense like that, and this is not D'Antoni at
definitely.
all, right? So this is going to be entertaining to me. It's going to be a different style of finals, like a real run and gun up and down finals, where it's not a 3-point shooting contest.
Right.
OKC does not shoot a lot of threes like that. Indiana, mixed bag. So to me, this is going to be a very entertaining finals. I'm looking forward to every single game. I hope it maxes out at
Me too,
seven
man.
games. I'm
Me
not even
too.
mad at who would win this title. Shea wins it. Shout out to Canada. MVP. Canadian winning it. Same year.
Yep.
History. Siakam. You already know. Did not want to get traded from the Raptors. I'll have love for you forever.
Of course. And like, just to piggyback on what you were saying, I do hope the series goes long and I want a fun series. I really don't want no blowouts. If OKC blows them out, yeah, I'll be very disappointed. I want some competitiveness. I want like two teams who truly like right now, if you're Indiana, you're playing with house money. No one expects you to be here. OKC, you're a number one overall seed with that record.
Literally, yeah.
You
So
should
okay.
be here, right? I'm gonna make OKC wins the title. OKC should be the team that potentially breaks Golden State's record for the season because they're so talented, so deep, they can do it. I truly think they can do it. They play defense, they have all the makings of it, legit all the makings of it. That's something
Mhm.
we can talk about in the future. But when it comes to this, like, I just want a competitive series. I want Indiana to not feel like they don't belong here. They're not Minnesota. They're better.
Definitely.
Um, and just play tough. Like you have to be tough. They need everyone to be all hands on deck type shit. Like they they need to really abuse the non-Shea minutes. Like really abuse. And Halliburton has to be aggressive. None of
Always.
this like I'm gonna be in and out. You gotta be aggressive.
Yeah.
This is the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Like NBA Finals. Everybody gotta be aggressive. Some days I think to myself, for them, they should. start even Ben Shepherd instead of Nemhard just for size wise, but I don't know. But you said it before. I want to give a big shout out to the Canadians. We have some Canadians here. Dort, Mathurin, both from Quebec. We have Andrew Nemhard from Aurora, and we have Shea from Hamilton. Like that's just good to see some four guys who are all four going to get minutes. Um,
Yes.
so you hope they do well. And
So a
honestly,
Canadian is winning a ring. Can two Canadians are winning a ring?
legit, legit, legit. And I think overall, I think we're both happy for Pascal Siakam a lot, right?
What?
Like
What?
so, whatever happens for him, I was incredibly happy when I saw him win. I was shouting for joy when he won.
Humble, yeah. He's like shit. I wanted shit.
Yeah, so I'm very happy for him there. I think it's time. I think it's time, sir, that we give our predictions for the series. What is yours? Or do you want me to go first? Either your
I'll let
choice.
you go first because I'm just like,
So at the end of the day, we both hope it's a long series. It's a good series. Healthy. Hope everyone's healthy. No injuries. I want great games. I want all that. I want it to be fun. I want people to be like, damn, like this is what could happen. I want Adam Silver to be like, see, guys, we can have a different champion every year. We can have these type of teams every year. Da, 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 da. I hope so. Now, I hope casual fans can watch it too and be like, wow, this is good product. We don't need to see LeBron and Steph Curry face each other. We don't need to see that shit
yeah.
anymore. We need to move the fuck on. Okay, I hope all that happens. The new era is here. I'm hoping for it all. But who I'm going with my heart, not my head, because I don't care what my head has to tell me right now. I'm going with my heart. Pacers in six, Pacer gang all day. Let's go. And things I can be completely wrong. This is a heart pick. This has nothing to do with my mind.
Yeah.
Take out my basketball knowledge. Take all that out. I don't care anymore. This
Yeah.
is Pacers in six. Right now, the Pacers are in the finals. It's like to me, the Rockets are in the finals. I don't care. I'm happy to be here. Pacer gang, let's go.
All right. Well, you already know who I'm gonna go with because it ain't the Pacers.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes
It's
sense.
with the team with the most chemistry, I feel, and it's with the OKC Thunder. Real talk. And I'm gonna go with. I've been saying seven. I'm gonna stick with seven all these times. 7 game series. OKC and seven. OKC and seven. OKC and seven. Let's get it.
Let's fucking get it, man. As long as we get a good series, I think by the time we do our pod, it should be game four. Because no, I'm not saying game two. Thursday, and then Thursday first game, Saturday is the
Yeah.
second game. So it'll be only two games. So it should be a ton of fun, man. I hope these guys enjoy their freaking like being in the finals. It's great to see.
Big. It's big. It's big. It's big.
You made it, man. You made it here. You're two teams that no one thought of. Oh, the one thing I was gonna say before we go is that one thing we got to think about right when we make our predictions next year for come playoff time is that it's shown that some of the hottest teams that going into the playoffs are here. The two best teams since I believe it's December. If it's not December, it's January. The two best teams since January is OKC and the Indiana Pacers.
Which I've been killing since January. Yeah. Yeah.
Best records since then. So it's not that surprising that they're where we are. Both have like top 10 defenses in the January on. Offenses are both like top 10. So it's just like everything they showed after has been pretty good. Um, so yeah, let's hope for an amazing series. Hopefully 7 games. Pacer gang, let's go for six because let's win it in the Madhouse, Field House, whatever it's called. Don't even care. I hope. And yeah. Anything else you want to say, buddy?
Yo, OKC, let's get it. 7 games, let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Basketball got 7 games.
Shouts out to all the Canadians playing. And that's what really matters. The Canadians are there. The best player of the whole series is a Canadian. So let's just overall fuck
We,
with that. Legit. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Put in the comments, who you guys think is gonna win. And we'll talk again soon. Peace.